So we heard Brian's piece there.
Well, thank you.
And there's lots of focus on the prosecutor today to establish Murdaugh's many lies. Many of those lies he has admitted to. Let's listen.
No wiggling out of this one, correct?
I didn't try to wiggle out of this one.
Well, you've been wiggling before, though, right? You wiggled when you stole your brother's money twice, correct?
I admit almost all of these things, Mr. Waters, but that's one of the things that I take dispute with.
All right, Tyler, so that's just, one moment in hours of testimony today. Did Murdaugh help or hurt his case today?
Well, I think that Alex did a good job helping his case today. He was subject to a very vigorous cross-examination. The jury already knows that he lied. I mean, he has admitted to his lies. He's admitted to stealing from people who were closest to him. And today, under the cross-examination that he faced, he was able to keep his composure enough. He may have been snappy, but nothing that he did showed that rage that would be needed for a father to kill his son and his wife. I mean, everybody knows he lied. The jury has heard details of his many financial crimes. They just have to make a decision. Is he a liar who steals and cheats out people who are very close to him? Or is he a liar, a thief, and somebody who has that animus towards his own son and wife to kill him?
All right, so Tyler, as you said, he's admitted to many lies, including lying to police. But what effect does that have on jurors and whether or not they can believe anything he's saying?
Well, early on in this case, things did not go the way of the defense. They tried to keep the details of financial crimes out of evidence. The judge overruled their objections and allowed it in. At that point, we already knew that the jury is going to hear details of his lies to his friends and family, people closest to him. On top of that, you have details concerning him lying about his alibi, where he was at the time of the murders. That was also crushed by the state during their case in chief. So at this point, when Alex had to make a decision whether to stick with the story that was portrayed by the state or try to redeem himself, redeem his credibility, admit to the jury, say that I lied, but also state that there was nothing in him to kill his wife and his son. Now, the jury, it's going to be a tough choice. I mean, they're going to know he's a liar, right? He's admitted to being a liar. But is there enough to show that he killed his wife and his son? I believe there's some reasonable doubt there. I think that the defense has done a good enough job poking holes in the state's case, but the jurors definitely have a lot to deliberate on, and there's still what I anticipate to be maybe 3 more days of testimony before we get the closing arguments.
Oh, wow. Okay. And just to remind our viewers, you are a criminal defense attorney. I want to zero in on something you said there about the alibi. So Murdaugh has not been able to remember whether or not he took a nap. He also can't explain that activity registered by his cell phone. Let's listen to that.
I don't know that I was taking steps like you're saying I'm taking steps. I heard the same testimony you heard, Mr. Waters, and, steps can be recorded any number of ways. I don't have a specific recollection of walking around. I don't know if I was hitting my phone like the guy showed or doing whatever that makes steps, but,
So you were hitting your phone like that while you were making all these phone calls?
Hang on, no, sir. What I'm saying, Mr. Waters, I don't know that. I'm just giving you an example. You're saying that I'm running around taking these steps, and while I'm doing that, I'm making telephone calls.
All right, Mr. Bailey, criminal defense attorney, how significant is what we just heard?
Well, Alex did not have an answer to the steps that were taken. I think that does hurt the defense. I think that hurts his presentation as to what he was doing at the time of the murders, and it could lead jurors to believe that he was trying to craft his alibi, trying to walk around, show steps, and make phone calls. It does seem odd that he does not have an answer for that, but also there's still some answers to questions that the state has not been able to overcome either, in my opinion. So it's going both ways here. And you would think that he would have an answer to the steps and why he was calling, if they're saying that he was doing that to make it seem as if he did not commit the murders. I don't think his answer was good enough.
And we will certainly see what the defense rebuttal will be. Criminal defense attorney Tyler Bailey, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.